Right, hi there. I just thought I'd pop on and just ask if anybody was interested in learning about routes into teaching music. Because I saw a brilliant opportunity that's come up, which I've actually applied for, and they've asked for parents of students to assist with the school band. So I've always I say in my youth, I've always been quite musical, and I used to play violin up to, would you believe, grade 3, and they were actually asking in the advert, we'd like violinists that can play to grade 3. So it's just really helping the students. I'm guessing it'll be helping set up the music stands, set up the room, handing out sheet music, making sure their bows are properly tightened and resined, and just making sure that they're holding the violins correctly and so on. So I thought that would be amazing. So I've actually planned this. Said I start next week, so I'm so excited about that. And then going back to my day job, I like work with accounts, but I actually do like the creative side of working as well. So by applying for this volunteer job, I thought it's just ideal. It's like something I can do on the side and get experience, because I've always thought to myself I'd like to possibly go into piano teaching, but I only have grade 3, so I've got a long way to go, but I would need to brush up on my piano playing first. But I feel my sight reading is becoming so good, and I didn't know if there was I don't know if anyone knows if there's any teachers that specialise in just sight reading, because it's something that I really enjoy. So yeah, anyway, going back to when I was in my youth, many years ago in 2008, I thought I wanted to go travelling, and I saw they were doing a working abroad programme. So I thought, you know what, I might apply. So I applied to be a lifeguard, but fortunately I wasn't a strong enough swimmer. But basically, even though I didn't pass, they said I could still stay there working as I say a floater. I mean, it might not be called that here, where you assist the lifeguard. So I used to just supervise the pool, just make sure to tell the lifeguard, if there's anyone struggling in the water. But it was actually in that role it developed. So I initially helped out with the sports, helped with a bit of archery, and then it turned into I was helping with the arts and crafts. And then it was later on, when I was working there, the director said to me, do you want to be an arts and crafts director? I was like, oh, okay then. So I helped lead the session. So it was amazing. You got to go to the local supermarket, stock up on arts and crafts, and then you basically had free reign to run the session. You didn't need a lesson plan even. I know when you're doing teaching, you need lesson plans, and you need to make sure that everything was focused for the time that you're running it. Make sure you're delivering and hitting your metrics for the teaching. But yeah, it was really fun. And then I was asked, would you like to run the karaoke session? And what I loved about this director I work with, he would just give you opportunities to try things what you wouldn't necessarily get given if you were in a permanent job. Because I feel a lot of jobs, they're either scared, or they want to make sure that they've got the most qualified person working in that role, and they want to make sure it's being delivered. So I said, oh, go on then. So I tried the karaoke, and it was really fun. I was joining in. We used to put on Madonna songs, they had it was only a simple, I don't know, it was many years ago, but we used to have a VHS tape that we'd put in, and it'd be all the popular songs. And then it turned into I'd go on nights out when I wasn't teaching the campus, and we'd go to the local pizza bar, and they had karaoke there. So that's something that was really fun. But going back to, I'm trying to rein this back to the topic that we were talking about, I think it's ideal to always go for. I know people say go for the highest paid job, but maybe go for the junior job or the volunteer position so you can try or have a feel for how a job is before you commit. I mean, I would suggest maybe having I have to work part-time because I have like school run commitments. So if you have like a stable part-time job, but you wanted to maybe try it out, try a part-time gig, you can maybe even ask if you've got a friend who needs help with, in their music school, helping hand out sheet music. Also you need to make sure you have your DBS check. So I luckily, I had mine paid for this position that I'm working in soon. So they're going to go and apply. They've applied for the DBS check, and it came back so quickly. I'm able to start next week, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I would say either ask at a music school, maybe even ask on social media, to like you could put it on to your local friends, an advert, just saying to anybody that needs like help. You can maybe advertise a lower rate than a more qualified person. I mean, I've read somewhere there's some piano teachers even, and they might not have necessarily got like the grade 6 or 7, but they are teaching just students that want like the beginner grade 1. So you could offer that, which brings me back to always seeking volunteer positions or contract positions, because not everyone is lucky enough to have gone to a music university or school, to get the certificates for that. So I think it's ideal. I mean, ideally, I did business studies, but I think in a long run, it's because I always had in my mind, my dad was like, the creative side, he didn't think it paid very well, so he thought, you need to go down the vocational accountancy or business studies to try and get like qualifications so that you can get like a well-paid job, because he comes from a background where it's always been about what you earn, and I feel like unfortunately with creative jobs there's always that element of there's either no funding in music or lack of funding, so there's not always the paid positions out there. But I think it's really ideal. I mean, if this is a topic that you'd like me to go into more depth about, because I'd add, I've been fortunate because I've had one job not work out. I've always gone for contract roles. So because I've got experience in human resources, accountancy, a broad spectrum of places that I've worked in, I've always been able to go for like administration positions. So if it's something that you really wanted advice on, I mean, I've even encountered redundancy. I've even had to work on a project awarding people voluntary redundancy. I've had to work with groups of different people in different sectors. So I always feel like I've had to learn interview skills and so on. So I think it's really good to have, I say maybe to even go for like a broad degree, because that can open up many opportunities, especially in this type of economy. So yeah, I'm going to end this now because I feel like there's not a lot else, but I'll keep you posted on how my music role is working out. Bye.